This one Etsy store has generated nearly $1.5 million just by selling digital downloads. This means no shipping, no personalization, just upfront work and passive income. Today, I'm sharing with you 3 product ideas that you can sell digitally, and the best part is you can do most of the work using AI. While I'm using AI tools that you've probably heard of, I guarantee that I'm using them together in a way that you haven't seen before. Now, while I might not go super in depth on each one of these videos, be sure to subscribe as I'm going to be posting full-length videos in the coming weeks. So first off, let's go over a couple of the AI tools that we're actually going to be using in this video. And the 2 tools for today is just going to be ChatGPT and Midjourney. But the thing about Midjourney is that you want to be sure to use one of the paid plans because you're going to need commercial rights in order to sell any of their products. So the first idea we're going to be talking about is wallpapers and patterns. Let's look at this shop that does the exact same thing and how much money they made. So this shop's name is Pixio, and as you can see, they've done just under $100,000 in sales. And the craziest thing is all they sell is patterns, and you're gonna learn how to make these in just under 10 minutes. So on this idea specifically, ChatGPT is optional, but it definitely can help generate some of the pattern ideas. Now, the reason why I love patterns is because people have been selling them for years.
Supply and demand, my friend.
And with the release of Midjourney 5, you can make dozens of patterns in just under an hour. And the craziest part is that you don't have to just sell it digitally. Yes, you can sell them as wallpapers, but even better, you can do print on demand, sell them as curtains, tablecloths, and even blankets. So there's really a whole bunch of opportunities that you can do with the pattern business. Now, let's open up ChatGPT and see how it can help us generate some of these pattern ideas. Hello, I'm interested in creating seamless patterns on Midjourney. To sell patterns, what are some good ideas/patterns to generate that has wide mass appeal? Now, it's gonna generate a super long response, but just reading the headers, it gave us geometric patterns, floral patterns, abstract patterns, animal prints, and watercolor patterns. Now, specifically, I want to get into the floral patterns, so let's ask it if it can help us out with that. Thank you. Please give me a description/prompt for 4 variations of floral patterns. It's going to spit out its response. It's going to give us tropical floral, vintage floral, bohemian floral, and watercolor floral. But what's even better is that it gives us the prompt that we can literally plug into Midjourney right after. So all I'm going to do is copy and paste one of these and plug this exact prompt into Midjourney. Now, for those of you guys who aren't aware of what Midjourney is just an AI art generator. So you feed it a prompt/imagine and you type whatever you'd want to see created. Now, it used to be where you have to engineer a prompt and be super specific and use a lot of keywords, but now their version 5 is extremely advanced and intuitive, so it understands very well what you're trying to convey and it generates incredibly awesome pictures. One thing you want to be sure of is that you're using version 5. So to be sure of that, just go /settings, make sure it's on MJ version 5, and the base quality, you can play with that. I usually keep it on high quality, and then there's stylization. Now, I would also recommend keeping it in remix mode as that allows further changes, but if you guys want an advanced video where I go very in depth on how to do that, be sure to drop a comment down below. So I'm just gonna do /imagine and type in the exact prompt that ChatGPT gave us. But before I click enter, I'm gonna put --tile. And what that's gonna do is make sure that it generates a pattern that we can copy and paste and it's gonna come out seamlessly. It's gonna take a little bit to generate, but once it does, you're gonna see these awesome patterns that it made.
2 seconds later.
Now, there's different positions on the board. So the top left is 1, then it goes right, 2, 3, 4. And in this scenario, I think I like number 3 best. So I'm just gonna click U3 to upscale image 3, and it's gonna do that really fast. I'm gonna expand the file, and then I'm just gonna save this image to my computer so we can edit into a pattern later. So next, I'm gonna open a website called pixlr.com/e. /e is the more advanced version. The reason I'm doing this and not Canva is because Canva, you need to pay to have a transparent background. Now, this background won't be transparent, but for this example, I want to show you guys how to exactly make the pattern. Now, we don't just want to open the pattern from our computer, but we want to create a specific project size with the dimensions that we need. So I'm going to click create. I'm going to name this polka dot flower pattern, and I'm going to set the width and height to the maximum size, which is 4096. So I'm going to click this little plus icon so I can add my image. It's going to show up there and it's going to look really small. And now here's a super cool part about using the -- command in Midjourney. So when I click copy and then I paste right next to it, here's what it does. It creates a seamless pattern. So these are patterns that are made to be copied and pasted right next to each other. Now I'm just gonna copy these two and I'm gonna fill up the entire square. So once I'm done, it looks like there's some lines in between, but I'm just gonna click save. I'm gonna do PNG because it's the best for patterns. It is a big file size, but I'm gonna click save it to my computer. When I open it, those lines aren't there and the pattern looks perfect. And if you guys remember, ChatGPT made 4 different prompts for us. So I'm actually gonna take another one of those, copy paste it in the Midjourney and see what it looks like. Don't forget the dash dash tile. Okay, so here's the final image and it actually looks like it made some bathroom tiles or something, but there is one image that I think is gonna work, and that's position 2 or the top right corner. So I'm just gonna upscale this one, then I'm gonna save it to my computer. Then a quick hack, if you don't wanna save it to your computer, you can just copy it, open up Pixlr, you're gonna wanna name the file, remember to use the maximum dimensions, click create, and now you can paste super easy. So I'm just gonna fill up this entire square and see what it looks like.
Later.
So I know it still looks like there's lines, but all you have to do is save the image and the lines disappear. And genuinely, this is something that you can go on Etsy, create a listing, and sell this as a digital download. Now, if you guys want a more in-depth video on advanced Midjourney techniques, creating mock-ups for your Etsy store, and even doing the print-on-demand products, make sure to subscribe because that video is coming out in the next couple of weeks. Product number 2 is ebooks. Now, this doesn't just have to be kids' book. There's infinite industries that you can niche down in and create ebooks using ChatGPT and Midjourney. I wanted to show you guys how big the ebook market was, so I went ahead, hopped into ChatGPT, and I asked it how big is the digital book industry. Here's the craziest thing. It told me that it was valued at 15.7 in 2020, and it was only gonna climb to 16.3 billion by 2021. One of the books that I'm going to show you how to make is coloring books. So I went ahead and asked it, how big is the digital coloring book industry? Now, it went ahead and told me that it was a niche market, but it told me that by 2020 through 2024, it was projected to grow to $1.56 billion. So you guys are definitely going to want to see how to get your hands on a piece of this pie. The next thing that I asked it was, if I want to create a coloring book, what are the most popular niches? One of the answers it gave me was animals and nature, and I went ahead and asked it if it could help me generate artwork ideas for number 2. I continued this series of questioning until I got to this question that really unlocks ChatGPT and connects it super well to Midjourney. I said, now imagine I'm an AI art generator. Please tell me to create a penguin for the coloring book. Here's the prompt it gave me. It told me what the penguin could be wearing, what it might look like, how it would be standing, and what the background might even look like. Now, I didn't even read it, but I'm just gonna paste this into Midjourney and see what it gives me. I'm also gonna show you how I might do this prompt if it was just me writing it, and we'll compare the differences between my prompt and ChatGPT's prompt. So my prompt is a cute penguin design for a coloring book for kids who are under 10 years old. Okay, so here's the result from ChatGPT, and these are actually super intricate designs. Now, I think it might be advanced for some kids, but if you did this on a large sheet of paper, I definitely could see someone using some coloring pencils and getting a really cool design out of this. Let's compare that to my result, which makes my prompt seem super embarrassing. Now, this is what it gives us, and these two on the left look super creepy, but I do like this one on the top right. I'm gonna go ahead and upscale 2 of my favorite ones, one from each prompt, and I'll put them side by side so you guys can see which one you like. So one reason why I love the coloring book idea is because it's a digital design. All you have to do is paste these into a Word document, format it as a PDF, create a cover page, and you're good to sell it on Etsy. To show you guys how many insane ideas you can generate, I went ahead and asked ChatGPT to give me 10 more descriptions for 10 different animals. This is the response. It spit out literally within 20 seconds. And as you guys just saw, you can literally copy and paste these into Midjourney and get pages for your coloring book. You can do infinite variations, infinite revisions, infinite upscales, and the potential is unlimited. Now remember, if you guys want to see that longer video on how to create the entire listing, format it into a Word document, sell it as an actual ready-to-go book, as well as some other advanced Midjourney techniques, be sure to subscribe and let me know. That way I can make one of those videos in the coming weeks. And not only would I show you guys coloring books, but I'm also going to show you guys how to make kids books. And this kids book I made within 5 minutes. Here's the prompt I used that you could literally copy and paste and then get an entirely new book. Here's what I said. Hello, can you please write a kid's book? Under 200 words and under 15 pages. The story should include a moral. Please include page numbers for all the transcript, and for each page, give a small description of a suggested image. Here's a story it wrote in under 40 seconds. The Lost Kitten. So it starts off talking about a lost kitten sitting in a dark alleyway. Then a dog ends up helping her find her way back to her family. With her family, she looks out the window, sees another kitten, and decides to help her. So that's the moral of the story. But let's get into exactly how we can make this, because we already have the script for the entire book. Now we just need images to go along, and we can plug them together and create our first kids electronic book. So I'm gonna take that first image description and plug it straight into Midjourney and see what we get. I'm gonna add some keywords like cute and flat background because I think it'll make it easier for us. And I'm actually gonna do both prompts so we can compare with and without the keywords. The one that doesn't say flat background looks a lot more realistic, but I think we're going for a cartoon look, so I like the ones that say flat background. I still don't think it's right for a kid's book, but if you found a picture you like, here's what you can do. You can remix the one you like by clicking V and then whatever the position is. In this scenario, it's position 4, and then typing --AR, which is aspect ratio, and then whatever aspect ratio you'd want. I'm gonna do 8:11 because that's the standard paper size. Here's the results it gave us. Not bad, but it's still not what I'm looking for. I'm gonna try something else, and this is just from using Midjourney, so I know a couple keywords that are really gonna make this look a lot better. So I'm gonna add the words for the graphic of a book, comma, logo, mascot, flat background. Now that's not normally how you talk to someone, but these are keywords, and let's see what Midjourney does with these. So I actually love these, and I think they're way more suited for a kid's book. They look way more like characters, and I'm actually gonna upscale image 4, and let's see what that looks like full size. So yeah, this picture looks awesome. I definitely think that you could literally plug this into a kid's book, make sure the background is the same so it looks consistent, maybe add a couple more elements, but I think this is good to go. Now for ebooks, you're gonna wanna make sure that the characters look alike throughout the whole book. So as I mentioned, there are ways to do that, but I don't have time in this video, but I'm definitely gonna be going over it in the full length video that's coming out soon. The last product that you're gonna make are logo templates. And I think everybody knows how ludicrous logo templates can be, but let's look at some of these stores and how much they're making. This store is called Salt and Pepper Fonts, and they sell tons of templates and logos. This store alone has generated nearly $200,000 in sales. I actually have made a full-length video on making logos using Midjourney and ChatGPT, but let's gloss over the general steps on how you can make a logo in under 5 minutes. Once again, we're gonna hop into ChatGPT and we're just gonna ask it some questions. Hello, I'm trying to create logo templates to sell online. What are 10 of the most profitable templates that I could create? It's gonna spew a whole bunch of answers out, and in this scenario, I wanna go with mascot logos, so I'm gonna ask for 10 ideas of mascot logos. It's gonna spit out 10 more ideas, all of which I could use. For this example, I'm gonna use a hand-drawn logo and a mascot logo. These are 2 of the prompts that I did last time, and here's how I did them. I typed /imagine hand-drawn vintage logo camera flat background, and here's the results it gave me. And then for the puppy, here's all I did. Cute mascot logo puppy flat background, and here's what it gave me there. Now, all I did after that was upscale the one that I liked, I plugged both of them into Canva, and then I played around and added some text. And that was all for the logo template. When you share it, you just go into Canva and click share as a template, and that's literally it. If you want to see the full breakdown of me interacting with ChatGPT, asking it to prompt Midjourney on how to create the logos, be sure to watch this video right here. But anyways, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.